Any openers? Lewis?
Disappointing result, disappointing performance. So completely different than I felt after the Paris Saint-Germain game. Losing twice in a row is something I think we do for the first time, but that probably also comes with going into the latter stages of a tournament. So facing Paris Saint-Germain and Newcastle in the final are two very good teams, both in their own styles, but very difficult teams to face, because we already knew from the game against St James's Park how difficult it is to beat them. And it was a tough week, but it was also a week where we extended our lead to 12 points from it being 10. So it wasn't all negative, but yeah, the last two were definitely not the way we wanted it to be.
Andy, Don?
Do you think that it was the team was physically fatigued or mentally fatigued, or a combination of both today? After what? After Tuesday?
Yeah, mentally is always difficult to judge. Were we on Tuesday mentally or physically tired? No, but this game had nothing to do with running. This game had only to do with playing duels, and there was no intensity in terms of running in this game at all. So you cannot even judge it if we were tired, yes or no, physically. Because we could not press them. You can judge a team if they are tired and if they press, but there was nothing to press because they played over our press. If they had a goal kick and if they got a free kick, which they had quite a lot of in the first half, they every time brought it into our last line, which led to a lot of set pieces. So the game was slow and not intense, so it's difficult to judge for me if we were physically ready. Mentally is always, yeah, that's a difficult one. If you look at the result and the performance, you might feel that it maybe did something to us, but I prefer to look at how the game went, and this game went exactly the way they wanted it to be. A fight with a lot of duels, and a lot of duels through the air. And if we play 10 times a game of football through the air against them, they win it probably 9 times, because they are a stronger team through the air than us, which led to the first goal and the second goal, because the second goal was also a header that they won at the second post that fell for Isaac and led to the 2-0.
Ian Ladyman?
Nah, again, credits to Newcastle, but I can explain. We play zonal, so we have a lot of 5 players zonally, close to our goal. So if the ball falls there, there's always one of the 5 stronger players that is going to attack that ball. And we have 3 players that man mark, and Maka is one of them. And normally a player like Dan Burn or another one runs to the zone, because normally, and I think he's an exception to that, and I've never seen in my life a player from that far away heading a ball with so much force into the far corner. So that is part of logic, that they either have to go far away from our zone, which is 99 out of 100 times that will never lead to a goal, or they have to arrive in our zone, and then it's an equal battle, if you want to call it like this. So credit to him. I think he's one of the few players that can score a goal from that distance with his head.
Beth?
No, because it's 70 years since they've last won a trophy, maybe. But that's for the fans. And the players want to have 15 years to play football, and they want to win every single trophy they are competing for. That's also what we want. But it was a game that went the way they wanted it to go. And they got, just before half-time, some extra energy with the goal, which they probably deserved after the first 45 minutes, because they were threatening us more than we threatened them. And so, yeah, I don't think there was more hunger for them. The game went the way they wanted it to go, and they are stronger in that part of football than us, and that's why they beat us.
Paul Joyce.
How do you change that in a game if it's getting like that? What can you do as a manager to try and if the game's not going as you want it to go and it's away off the flag, what can you do?
Yeah, you try to make some changes. So you go to a number 9 that's even stronger through the air than Jogo maybe is, because you're hoping that Darwin in this situation can make it a bit more difficult for their defenders to win all these long balls we had to play in the first half. Because I think Dan Burn, I think he won every duel, and he played somewhere around 150. I don't know, but he played a lot. So you try to influence it like this, and you're showing at halftime that in the few moments that are left when the ball is on the ground, that we have a bit more time than we think, and we could make better decisions than we made in the first half. And that's also what I saw immediately after halftime, when we played Virgil free with a triangle, and he dribbled all the way in, played the ball to Jogo, and that led to not to a chance because Joe Linton threw himself in front of the ball. But I saw the second half us playing through them a bit more, but a bit, not a lot, but a bit more.
James Pearce.
Arne, such a damaging week going out for Champions League and now losing the major final. How do you ensure that doesn't have a knock-on effect for the rest of the season?
Like I said from the start, it took us 7, 8, 9 months to lose twice in a row, and that happens against 2 teams that are, one of them is fighting for Champions League, Newcastle, and is a very good team. We knew this already at St. James's Park, and the other one is Paris Saint-Germain. Probably, if you can beat us in that style of play, you are probably the best team in Europe at the moment. They still have to show if they still can beat us in the upcoming 2 or 3 months. So, but I want to make clear one more time that the week started off really well by us beating Southampton. That's why we extended our lead to 12 points. With 9 games to go. And yeah, you know, if you go far in tournaments, that the opposition in your face gets stronger and stronger, and that you can lose football. Even Liverpool can lose football games. That's what can happen.
But did the manager today worry you that you were outplayed?
Yeah, we were outplayed in their style. Yeah, that's true. But that's yeah. That is what you can call outplayed. Yeah, they won more duels than us. Is that what you mean? Outwork? Is that an outworking, or are they just? Is that one of their biggest qualities, to play so much aerial duels and to win these physique duels? Outplayed for me is if you never don't touch the ball and they play through you every single time you try to press them, and every time you're too late. That is for me outplayed. But I agree with you if you say that they deserved to win, because the game went in the way they wanted it to go. So yes, they deserve to win, but it wasn't like we were only running after them. We had to defend a lot of long balls, second balls, and that's their strength. Yeah.
Last one.
The international break coming up now, is that a good time for the team to not have a few games and then suddenly go away for international? Considering the 2 bad results and then what it would have taken out of them, it's a good time to maybe have that break.
Yeah, we are here in one of the biggest clubs in the world, Liverpool, but it's not for the first time in their history or in the last 2 seasons that they've lost 2 games in a row. This is part of playing football, especially if one of them is when you face the best team in Europe at the moment, and the other one is facing Newcastle, which is a very strong team in England. So I would have loved to play next week, but now the situation is that they go to the national teams, where they have to play 2 more games again. And then it's probably 1.5 weeks before we face Everton, which is again a team we already faced, and we know how difficult that one was. So let's see. I think there are 2 Dutch journalists that want to ask a question.
Okay.
And the other one is there. I don't think physically, because of what I just said. If you looked at how we played Tuesday, it was the best physical performance in my 8 or 9 or 10 months at Liverpool. I've never seen a team working so hard, trying to press the other team, so aggressive, running so much. Today, It wasn't about running. It was more about duels. Yeah, mentally it's always tough to lose a final. It's always tough if you wear the Liverpool shirt to go out of Europe. But again, last season I think, I'm not sure, quarterfinal or last 16 when they lost against Atalanta Bergamo 3-0. And yeah, it's part of football. If you face strong teams, that you can lose as well. But ideally, you go through the whole season only winning. But yeah, it can happen that you also, after 8 months of football, lose twice in a row if you face Paris Saint-Germain and Newcastle.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you can smell a strange smell, that's me. Drenched in whatever it is. So apologies for that.
Who wants to start us off? Keith.
Yeah, feel amazing. I think it's an incredible day, really. So pleased with our performance. I thought we were magnificent today, Keith. I don't think it was a lucky win from our perspective. Fully deserved. I thought the players were magnificent.
And you just walked into the room there and said it was a funny smell. Explain, did you get
Yeah, drenched in alcohol, I think, by Joe Linton and the rest of the squad. But a great moment, and that's what it's all about. It's about embracing the success. You have so many difficult days in football, and this club's had its fair share over the years. So just trying to enjoy the moment and take it all in.
you try and put into words how it felt when you got your hands on that trophy? But I suppose the way you are watching your players lift it probably made you float, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I think you're pleased for other people, really. I think so pleased for the players. They've all had different journeys to get to this point, but we've come together as a squad. I love working with them every day. Honoured to be their leader. Yeah, and for the supporters, you know, who came in their thousands today, who supported us back home. Since I've been at the football club, the support we've had home and away has been incredible. So I'm just so pleased they have this trophy to end the long wait, and hopefully we can get some more in the future.
The scenes, I would say, the scenes inside were amazing, but outside as well, just pop my head out there, it was grown men crying, like 50% of them crying walking past. It's amazing what you guys have achieved and the knock-on effect it's going to have for them.
Well, it's amazing what football can do, and I think it's one of the rare sports that has that ability to give people days that they'll always remember. And with such a long wait for a trophy, this will be a day that I'm sure everyone will never forget. We will never forget it. I certainly won't. I think there's different ways to win trophies. Today we won it in the best way. We played in a brilliant opponent who've been the best team in the Premier League all season by a long way. And for me, we were the better team.
Thanks, Keith. We'll get through as many as we can. We'll go to Nisha, then Damien.
Eddie, there's fewer other people the fans wanted to see scored than Dan Burn today. How happy are you for him and what he's achieved this weekend today?
Yeah, what a week. What a few days for him. But I thought his performance today, I thought he was colossal for us in the back. I thought him and Fabi played really well today. Aerially, they were excellent. Both teams were actually quite direct today, and we knew Liverpool had a direct threat. And then you talk about his goal. I mean, we've been working on those corners tirelessly for 2 weeks. We've had mixed success, I can be honest, in training. And he's delivered one from a long range as well. I thought it was an incredible header. And so fitting that it's him that scored that goal. Long wait for even a goal at Wembley. Yeah, brilliant moment.
And how will you celebrate? You've got many of your players going away for international duty. You've got this international break. But this is a huge moment in the history of the club, in the history of Newcastle as a city. Will there be a big celebration to come?
Yeah, I think there has to be. I certainly will be encouraging it, which is very rare for me, believe me. Usually I'm the other way. But no, we have to celebrate. We have to celebrate, hopefully, with our supporters, with everyone that's waited so long. It is difficult because it's international duty. Players will be going off here, there and everywhere. We're going to Dubai tomorrow. So there won't be long to spend together, but hopefully it'll be really enjoyable.
Thanks, Nisha. Damien, then Craig.
How important the stepping stone is this club's doing?
I think it's really important. I think hopefully with one can become more. There's no guarantee though, but I just think it proves we can do it. I've never had any doubts about our ability to lift our game. But you don't get many shots at this. You don't get many shots at a cup final. And today we had to try and take our opportunity, and that's where the players delivered under pressure so well and so impressively. And it also proved that we can mix our game against the very, very best. Now the challenge for us is to try and get there more often, as in lifting our game like we did today.
Greg.
You said there that you'd worked for 2 weeks tirelessly on a corner routine today in mind. Take us inside the secrets as to how you set up that team, prepared that team to be, in reality, so different from what we've actually seen in recent weeks in the Premier League. It felt like a real victory for coaching and preparation.
Yeah, well, the actual work
for the game started after West Ham. We didn't do any work before West Ham, but we did in certain things like the set plays, as I say. No team shape as such, but the set plays we started a while back, because I think we all sat down 2 weeks away from the final and said, a set play can win us the game, right? Let's see what we can do. Let's go into the detail that could swing it for us, and not trying to be clever or give ourselves a pat on the back at all. It's all up to the players to deliver that. I mean, Kieran's ball, Dan's header. Dan's got so much to do from that distance, but little things can make a difference. So, yeah, that's what we did.
Thank you. We'll go to Martin, Luke, and then Lee.
Congratulations, Eddie. What was your emotion when that final whistle went?
I don't know. So many different thoughts go running through your head. I thought we'd made it difficult for ourselves when we conceded the goal. You know, typical us, really. That we'd been so good during the game, and then I thought their goal was a handball. Then it was offside, and that left a really tricky spell at the end. About 10 minutes, I think it was. I managed that 10 minutes really, really well. So then there's the relief that we got through that. And then I think naturally you end up thinking of the players, the staff, but also the people that aren't with you. Like for me, my mum, family members, go to them and just think of all the hard sacrifices, hard work that they gave you as a child to give you the opportunity to have a good life, really.
Very emotional. Could you feel that when you were climbing the stairs?
Yeah, I think you think that there's, you're getting help from above, and you're getting support, and just always had the thought I want to try and make my family proud. And now, of course, I have 3 boys, and I want to try and make them proud too.
Have you seen your boys yet?
No.
Thank you. Luke?
Turns out the club wasn't cursed.
Had to be you, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't like any of that talk. You said that it, well, not in so many words, but you said it was pretty much nonsense and you had to control what you could control. You've done something that no Newcastle United manager's done for 70 years.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that you're in control of everything. So for me, we tried to focus on the performance. I have to compliment Liverpool. Liverpool have been the best team in the Premier League by a mile this year, consistently. So we knew we had to raise our game today to have any chance of beating them. We almost needed everyone to give their maximum game, and I felt they did. I have to pay compliments how Liverpool handled themselves after, because we've been there 2 years ago. It's a horrible feeling. Thought they were absolute class. The manager, the players, really, really good. But yeah, the curse stuff for me never existed. It was in our hands.
Where would you like the statue?
Yeah, for me, it's just about trying to give my best every day still to Newcastle. That won't change. We'll really enjoy this moment, but we're not really looking too far beyond.
Thanks, Luke. Lee Ryder?
It's obviously a win for the team and your staff. It feels like a real win for the city and the people of the city who work hard, and that was reflected on the pitch today.
Yeah, I agree, Lee. I think it was a victory for everyone. It wasn't a victory for me or the players as such. It was a victory for the club, the city, everyone that's given loyalty and support to the club and has seen some really disappointing days of the last number of decades. The pain of certain defeats. Today's a really sweet moment, and I encourage everyone to enjoy.
And when you sit down tonight, when will it really hit you, or is it hit you already?
And I think it's sinking in, and I think very, very proud. Just very proud to manage the club. Very proud to represent the players. Very proud to represent the staff as well. We've got some people who have worked at this football club for a long, long time, and it's great to see them so happy.
Nico? No? Jordan and Dominic?
How much this group of players deserve a trophy when you can sort of be in the same squad for 2 seasons now? I just feel like they really deserve this.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think we do. I think we've got some players that have given so much to the club. They've given so much for a long time, and I think what we've done really well is we've stayed united and together. It's very difficult, I think, when you're the same group going again and again and again, and we've got a really small pool of players, but they continue to give more and represent the club in the right way. So I'm really, really pleased. I could go through loads of individual stories and say how pleased I am for them. I won't have time to do that, but you know how much this means to everyone in the squad.
It'll probably be lost at the time of celebrations, but winning today is actually Europa Conference League spot next season in the playoffs. That must be a big added bonus as well.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aware of that, so you've just told me something, so thank you.
Dom?
Newcastle fans have been talking about 16th of March for a long, long time. Do you and your players
I was after winning. Feel like legends after that? Has it sunk in that respect?
No, don't put ourselves in that bracket. I think we'll let other people decide that when we're probably long gone from the football club. But I think our job is to give our best every day. And that will never change. That won't change now, in this moment. And we have to represent the club in the right way, which I think these players have done really, really well. They're very professional. I encourage them not to be professional tonight and just not think about tomorrow too much and just be together and enjoy the moment, and then we'll start to think of the future after.
Okay, we'll take 3 more. Sorry, Dom. Just single questions off the left-hand side to start.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It feels like there's so many proud favourites in this Newcastle team. You've got Bruno, you've got John Linton celebrating every tackle. Like it was a goal today. Dan Burnley sack. How important, hasn't always been the case for Newcastle, how important is that link between them and the fans? It feels like it's stronger than ever now.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think the supporters have to come and really enjoy watching that team play. And they've got their heroes in the team, and I encourage that. And I do think we've got some iconic players who will go down in, to Dom's point, as legends of the football club in the future, but they've still got to sort of cement that legacy. We've got a really talented group of players. But we've also got some really great stories in there too. Players that have fought against the odds to end up in this position and continue to excel and do well.
Okay, sorry to anyone we've missed. We'll finish with Chris and Kieran, please.
Congratulations. I mean, obviously you said about 2 years ago you sort of felt that pain and you went away and talked about evolving and improving yourself and going into this final. What is it that you learned and what is it you think you did differently as a coaching staff with the players going into this game and the difference?
Yeah, I don't think we did anything drastically different. We just tried to take away the distractions for the players, really. I know we've said it a lot in the build-up, but the first time we got to Wembley was very emotional. The first final, and you could sense that in the players, you could sense that in the crowd, and I don't think it necessarily helped our performance. I don't think that was the reason that we lost. So this time we tried to take away as many distractions as we could. We tried to make it very similar to a Premier League build-up. I think staying at a quieter hotel away from any distractions was really important, actually. But again, it didn't decide the game. The players decided the game on the pitch. And I'm a firm believer in that. You can sometimes look back with hindsight and make bad calls. The players did so well on the pitch today, and that's why we won.
Kieran, last one, please.
Congratulations. Just following up on that, I'd like to thank the fans and the team for both really aggressive and didn't show their full on dues. How important was that?
Yeah, we respect Liverpool, but I don't think you can go on a pitch and fear anybody. I think you have to really believe in yourself. And I felt we did today. I think the players knew this was the moment. Really solid start to the game. Thought we grew into it. We had the better chances. I don't think anyone could begrudge us the win today. And the manner of it, even making it close at the end, the way we managed it, as I said earlier, that the last part of the game shows that we had the right mindset and qualities today.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you. See you soon. I'm going to try and get more.